In this episode of Hope in Motion, Joshua Sinapu's mother was just 13 years old when he was born. And with the weight of societal pressure on her shoulders, she became sick and passed away. With his father nowhere to be found, Joshua's elderly grandfather could no longer take care of him.
God has done injustice to me, and I have to live with that for the rest of my life.
Hannah Tatakala finds refuge at the Sunrise Orphanage, but she's haunted by a traumatic past.
One day, my father and mother had a big problem, and my father beat my mother. And my father killed my mother.
Lalitha Varma is the director and known as Mummy to these children at Sunrise Home. Today, she will witness 30 of these boys and girls accept Jesus into their hearts through baptism.
India is a land full of contrast. It's a land of great mystery and beauty. It's a land of unspeakable despair. But traveling through India, one thing is for sure. It's a land filled with people who should never be underestimated. For the last 40 years, Asian Aid has invested in the futures of people who have never been given such a chance, and their investment has proven infinite returns. Driven by the vision of Helen Eager, dedicated to helping those who have the least, Asian Aid is an organization implementing diverse development projects and sponsoring thousands of children. Their outreach spans from Bangladesh to Nepal, Sri Lanka, and beyond. From remote villages and empty fields to sprawling centers of education, from nothing to the unimaginable. Now, Asian Aid decided to document the work it has been doing all these years with a desire to show the world what is possible by digging wells in remote villages for clean drinking water and bringing much-needed health care to the women of Nepal, by providing an education for orphans, deaf, and blind children, giving them a sense of place, a home. But what we really discovered was being given was hope, giving hope to children, giving hope to women, giving hope to the ones who need it the most. This is Hope in Motion.
Passing through the town of Boboli in Andhra Pradesh, India, one gets accustomed to the buzz and chaos of a typical rural town. These towns serve as centers for commercial activities for the 600,000 villages spread all across India and are linking points to bigger cities and beyond. They are the windows to life in rural India. India is a land of contrast, conservative and contemporary, chaotic and calm, gloomy and hopeful. Sunrise Children's Home is the beginning of hope for many children who bring with them stories unimaginably difficult to endure. Stories like that of Joshua Sinapu. When Joshua was born, his mother was just 13 years old. In a society where illicit affairs and pregnancy out of wedlock are clear-cut cases for banishment, one can only imagine the fate of a girl so young. After giving birth to her son, she struggled to cope with the burdens of life. Her health deteriorated, and she suffered a great deal of mental agony. Her parents could not afford medical treatment, and she died in April of 2009. The whereabouts of Joshua's father is still unknown. Joshua was shuffled from one family member to another and wound up with his grandfather, a day laborer.
God has done injustice to me, and I have to live with that for the rest of my life.
A local church pastor came to know of Joshua's story and the hardships Bhaskar Rao was going through. The pastor knew that without his help, Joshua would never go to school and would continue to struggle to survive. With the blessing of Joshua's grandfather, the pastor brought him to the Sunrise home in Boboli. Once every few months, Joshua returns to visit his grandfather in his village.
Whatever he becomes in life, I'm happy with that. I won't bring him back to the village. He is in your hands, and you should take care of him. I know he has a future there. As long as I live, I will show my love to him, and if I die, he is in your hands.
Now 6 years old, Joshua is a cheerful boy and has become a favorite among the staff and his fellow brothers and sisters. Sunrise Children's Home was founded in 2001 by husband and wife team Lalitha and Raj Varma.
We started this Sunrise Home with 3 children, and now we have 74 children.
Sunrise Home is located on the outskirts of Boboli, and those 74 children share just 2 bathrooms and approximately 3,000 square feet of living space. Boys and girls from all over Andhra Pradesh and neighboring states find refuge here at Sunrise. At Sunrise Home, all the boys and girls work together to keep their home clean. And like any family, they work together, they eat together, and they play together. Lalitha and the other staff at Sunrise Home seek to give the children more than just refuge. Every day begins and ends with worship and readings from the Bible.
She told about the Bible stories and Jesus, how he came to this world and he paid for our sins and how he saved us and what are the miracles he did and how did he died for us. She teaches us all and so many Bible stories.
Now, when the children are calling me mummy, I think this is my right place. God had given me great opportunity to be here and serve these children, and I'm giving my love, I'm sharing my love to these children.
Coming up next, we meet Hannah Tatikala, a girl who longed to go to school until one day her life took a traumatic turn.
One day, my father and mother had a big problem, and my father beat my mother. And my father killed my mother.
Girls, your ride's here. I love you. Have a good day at school. Bye. Bye.
See you tonight. Give my love to Mina.
I will.
can make a big difference every morning.
Sponsor a child with Asian Aid.
When I first came to India, now around 32 years ago, there were two things that really struck me. The first one was the need for food and clothing and accommodation for children living way below the poverty line. The second thing was the amazing potential that these boys and girls have to make a difference in the world. And the only thing missing was the need for people like you to help. With sponsorship, you can make a difference in the life of a child every day.
Hannah Tatikala was born into a poor family in the village of Gallipoli. Her family struggled to meet their daily needs, so by the time she was 8 years old, Hannah was working as a maid, cleaning dishes and caring for other people's children.
One day, my father and mother had a big problem, and my father beat my mother. And my father killed my mother.
Hannah was just 9 years old when she witnessed the beating and death of her mother at the hands of her own father.
He admitted that he committed the crime, and he was sent to prison. It's been over 5 years since the incident, and somehow I'm pushing on in my life with the help of Asian Aid, since I can't do any work.
After my mother's death, for 1 month, my grandmother only took care of me. I love my grandmother so much. Yesterday when I went there, I felt so unhappy because she's not feeling well. But when she saw me, she felt very happy. When I am there, I don't have clothes to wear also. Now God has given me this beautiful opportunity.
I cannot get up from this bed, and my situation is bad. I cannot take care of her now.
Hannah's grandmother, Apayama, was desperate for a long-term solution that would support Hannah. Without a means of income, Apayama had been receiving help through Asian Aid's Hungry Fund. She came to know of the Sunrise Home and asked if they would take care of Hannah.
God has given me this beautiful opportunity. So when she saw me, she felt very happy that I am in very good condition.
Hannah has adapted very well to her new life at Sunrise Home. She's loved and cared for along with her 26 brothers and 47 sisters. Instead of working as a maid all day, she goes to school. For such a young girl, Hannah has already experienced a lot of hardships. But this has only made her resolute to give to others what she received when she was in a state of despair.
Here we are studying nicely. We are having this opportunity, but so many of there in railway station, buses station, they don't have sufficient food to eat also. God has given us this opportunity, so I want to help them when I grow up.
Hannah has not seen her father since he was incarcerated, but her experience at Sunrise helped her develop a positive outlook on her own life.
If I have a chance, I would like to see him. Jesus is telling us we should forgive our enemies. If my father has killed my mother, but I don't have angry, but I want to forgive my father and I want to see my father back again.
Throughout India, there are many children who have lost their parents to unfortunate circumstances and are abandoned by their relatives who have no means to provide for them. Today, Sunrise Home is celebrating hope in a future beyond this earth. Mummy Lalitha and all the children have come to the site of the new Sunrise campus to witness the baptism of their brothers and sisters.
This institution is committed to give a spiritual education, which completes the true education that prepares people for heaven. As a pastor, this morning I am privileged to baptize these young people. In return, we admonish them and encourage them to go and teach people what really Christian living is.
Today's an exciting day because today 17 girls and 13 boys are being baptised here on the new Sunrise site. As you can see, we're still in the middle of construction, but even now the children are just excited to be here. The fact they're getting baptised today, then their acceptance of Christ, is because of the dedicated staff and leadership of Lalitha and Varma. They not only care for the children's physical needs, but their spiritual needs are also met.
When I was small, I don't know about God. Here, when I came here, I learned so many things about God, and I decided to take baptism.
She told about the Bible stories and Jesus, how he came to this world and he died for our sins, and how he saved us, and what are the miracles he did, and how did he died for us. She teaches us all, and so many Bible stories.
My mother, she taught me what is Christianity, and she is the one who took me to the church, and she is the one taught me whatever she learned. So whatever my mother taught me, then I want to teach for these children also. So as a mother, God had given me great opportunity. Maybe so many people are there, but God had given me this privilege to take care of these children, and now they are very happy. They came forward to take the baptism, and they are very happy to take this baptism, and they want to make a covenant with the God, what they learned.
Every evening, Mommy used to tell memory verses and teach us Bible stories. Because of that, I inspired and took baptism.
No one is more happy and excited for these children than Mummy Lalitha and Raj Varma.
Today my own children also took baptism because I have a big burden, because they must be in this teenage, they must be baptized so that they will be far away from the worldly pleasures. Nowadays we can see that in the world so many things are going on, but as a mother I took lot of care for them, and I don't want to divert these children to the worldly pleasures. I want to keep them very close to God, so if God comes now also, they are ready to reach the heaven.
It's just a wonderful experience to be part of. It just goes to show that the work is happening here in India, and the children are leading the way, and our homes are part of that. They're able to share the love of Jesus with children who otherwise would not have come to know him under their care.
These children come from all sorts of backgrounds. Some have had something to do with various religions, but here every morning and every evening they have worship. And when you see these kids singing, it's always a delight to come to Sunrise, to see the dedication of the leaders and the smiling faces on the children.
It's a great blessing for us. The God has given a good chance for us to work for children and to Him. It's a great blessing for us. It's really, my heart is so joyful today, very, very happy for this special day.
With the help of Asian Aid and through sponsorship, Sunrise Home provides a haven of refuge and serves as a beacon of hope for these young boys and girls. Soon, they will move to a new location, a sprawling new campus by the riverside, and the children can hardly wait.
Hi, I'm Sean Boonstra, and I'm really excited to be an honorary ambassador for Asian Aid. Today, there are a lot of children in need of individuals who will step forward and provide them with the opportunity to receive an education. Asian Aid sponsors over 8,000 children in Adventist schools in India, Nepal, and Bangladesh. You can not only give them an education, but you can also introduce these children to Jesus. Why don't you join my family in sponsoring a child through Asian Aid and making a huge difference in their lives with sponsorship?